What's up guys, BetaFPV here, and it's time to make a new video. It's been a hot minute since I've done it. Lots happened, got a new place, got work, just trying to find clients and stuff too for the next year. I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the year. Holidays are always hectic, so there's really no time for me to actually try and find work. So I'm just gonna work my main job and then do other things in the beginning of the year and all that stuff too. That's not what we're trying to talk about today though. Today we're going to be talking about my Pavo25 V2 and how I was able to fit the Moonlight VTX into it from Walksnail. A bit of backstory with this drone. So I got this drone after I got my Part 107 license. This was sort of my celebration drone. Congratulations to myself. And this is going to be my daily driver for any type of work that I do. And with this drone, it has given me the opportunity to fly through a brewery and do my first gig with a place called Beer Town, located in Oceanside of San Diego. So if you're in the area, definitely stop by. It's a really good place. Lots of good beer, lots of good seltzers, wines, kombuchas. Their wings are top notch. But besides the food and all that, I want to talk about the gig and also the print that I was able to make in order to fit the VTX in here. So let's just get right into it. A friend of mine got in touch with me and asked me if I wanted to do a gig for a brewery. And thankfully, my friend Christian, he thought of me as the first person. He had other ideas too of other people, but then realized like, hey, he just got his license. Let's do this. Let's give him a shot. So I'm really grateful for him for letting me do this and show that I have the skills and everything to do this. Now everything was shot with this drone. I'll have like clips of up here with all the drones flying around and stuff, and it was awesome. It was really great, a fun experience. Of course, I was nervous as shit. That first pack, I had the shakes and everything, but after going around a few times with that first pack and started the second pack, it was a lot easier, became more comfortable, and it just felt like I was hanging out with friends flying my drone. I do have a backup drone that I brought with me just in case, my Cinelog 35, but the reason I was going with this one more was because I wanted something that was a bit smaller and that could hold its weight when going through a small area. My Cinelog, the motors are a little under kV, so I need to switch those out. Any kind of like heavier cameras, not even heavier, but just bigger action cameras like the Mini 11 and up, like even the Hero 9 and stuff, it has issues with catching falls, so I need to change that up. The Action 2 kind of works with it, but it's not as great as the other ones too. It's still bad performance on it, so I'm going to upgrade that one eventually, but this has become the daily driver. This has become one that I've used all the time, so that is what I'll be using for any kind of work that I do. With that all said now, let's get into the VTX and how I was able to mount it and what I was able to do in order to get a Moonlight kit to fit on such a small drone. Out the box, the Pavo25 V2 does not fit the Moonlight VTX, so in order for it to fit, you're going to need to 3D print something. And luckily on printables.com, there is a file that you can get, and it is this little stand thing here. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm going to need to get some light. Hold on one sec. Much better. So this is the print that I was able to find online. It is a very simple print and it does hold everything together pretty neatly. As you can see, the bottom plate is still on there too, so you're not losing anything on this. You're just adding on this extra plate here. And the way that it works is you have your bottom plate screwed onto this part right here, which is like kind of like, how do I show it? It's got a little notch that pops out here for the bottom plate to fit on. Then you have the longer shaft part that goes into the drone. Just going to screw in right there and you're all set. It does fit really snug, so just keep an eye out on when you're putting things in there. The antennas and everything, you kind of have to wiggle around. It's a tight fit, but it does work. When it comes to the orientation of the VTX, I just went with antennas on the back side while it still kind of fits there. I don't know if it really makes a difference on which side you put it on, but just keep an eye on that, see whichever way works for you. This one worked for me, so yeah. It's a pretty simple installation. You won't need to worry about much. All you got to worry about is making sure everything fits nice and no wires are tugging, your antennas are being yanked on, anything like that. Also, your components on your flight controller. Make sure that is all fitting really well with it too. And with that, we're going to conclude this video. I hope it helped you guys out. Hope you guys get a little bit of inspiration to, you know, get into Cinewhoops and try getting your license maybe and be a commercial licensed pilot. It's up to you. I mean, it's also nice to just have fun and enjoy the hobby and not have to worry about those kind of things, because then you have to deal with like money and all that stuff, which is nice, but it isn't. So thank you guys. I hope y'all have a good one. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, drone flying around and stuff. Thanks guys. Have a good one.